now, and it was Panari had said, "Prepare for the Lord." So.
So we're gonna see the full fun mode engaged.
Not necessarily full fun mode. I mean, maybe Tachanka gets played viably here. Like we said, we haven't seen a pro league strat yet.
Tachanka could, in theory, is viable, but it just keeps coming back to the fact that he can't move. But we were talking about map preference and map like being good and bad, and we're talking about how Coastline hasn't seen that play. And it's again we referenced it earlier. It's not because it's a bad map. It's because it's an undeveloped map. I mean, we saw it with Favela. Favela came out. Everyone was like, nope. Nope, 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 and then, you know, it just got shoved aside. But this map, Coastline, teams are actually, you know, they're saying, all right, this has potential. It's a good overall balanced map, and there's, you know, there's some meta that can be established and developed on this particular map. Just got to give it time. And, you know, this is the first pro season that it has been out, so coming up at the end of the, well, the starting season, like before the finals itself, it makes sense that we would see it here. I guess. I mean, we'll see.
Okay,
yes. So first defensive site is going to be kitchen and I'm not sure what to call that second site.
We'll call it delivery.
Delivery? Yeah,
yes.
That's perfect. I like that. Delivery.
They have to deliver the food into the pantry, then into the kitchen.
Right, okay. So kitchen and delivery are going to be the first bomb site that these two, that Sisu will be taking on this map. Now
this delivery right here where Shate is basically going to be very much like the stockroom in Clubhouse. You're going to push in from the doorway, you're going to smoke it out, you're going to try to make sure that you don't get flanked from the left side, and you're just going to smoke it out, get the plant down behind the Monty.
Camera going down on the floor.
Shate did this to me. No, so
it's a peek out.
Shate did this to me in ranked and got 3 kills. He killed me as well, and I was very bitter about it.
Kenta Raketti gets a kill on the other side of the map onto Fabian and goes for a peek onto KS, but unfortunately will not get that second kill. Does light him up. Junius gets a trade back onto Wilkie, though, to even out the man count.
Now a 4-on-4. Junius going to go for the kill there, and he actually gets that shot, and a Shate gets that double kill right there. A very good job here by Eunice to start it off the round. He was prepared for it.
Oh, yeah, no, these teams are both... all of this engagement, by the way, 3 men off the board already overall, and all of it was outside.
Yes. But we do have Penta here leading with 1-man advantage. The defensive squad of Boonsi, Panari, and Kenta Raketti are going to have to forcefully hold down the sites here. You do have Kenta Raketti right behind this receptionist desk. Goga, however, will take down Panari. So a 2-on-4 now that we have with Monty with the diffuser in hand. He's going to keep on peeking out left and right, Kenta Raketti is, as he's going to peek for Hibana. He's going to strafe on out, and Eunice, though, will flashbang him, and that's going to move on in. Goes for the kill and actually gets him without ADSing, but the crossfire Boonsi will take him down. Boonsi, last man alive. Pinker's going to spot him out. Boonsi takes a couple bullets to the side. He's back here inside of the kitchen. Now, this is not going to go well for Sisu. He has the potential to. He's going to go for 1 kill, but 2 more left to go. It is possible.
Actually, KS is pretty lit up, so if he can put it into a 1v1 by picking out KS early on and using that,
he's also going to have 3 gas grenades to kill Monty.
Yeah, this is theoretically winnable, but Monty going for that bomb or diffuser plant on the site now. I mean, it doesn't look like Bouncy's going to be in a position to challenge it.
Now, Boonsi is going to be here. He's going to gas him out a little bit as he gets across the floor. There's going to be the wall going to open up. He actually didn't get the kill, so therefore he's just going to gas out even more. He's going to go in to hit this now, and will he do it? Nope, Pengu's going to come around, go for the shots, and he misses, and then he hits him with almost the last entire bullet of the mag. Boonsi will go down, and Penta takes round number 1.
A good attack from Penta. Now, an interesting bomb site selection coming out from Sisu. You have to wonder, are they trying to hide their strategies on the other bomb sites from the rest of the teams in the Pro League by going to that particular one? Because from my understanding, and I have a very deep understanding of the ranked meta.
Fabian, I swear, if you were trolling us like Snake did, do not do that, Fabian.
Please, no.
You play the Lord.
Yeah.
Do not troll with the Lord.
I think we're gonna be seeing Tachanka, ladies and gentlemen,
I was actually
and a Cav as well.
See, what I was thinking here with Tachanka, and actually what could be viable, is if you bring the mirror, you know how inside of the theater there is that wall closest to the couch in bedroom. You've got that single wall that actually faces the bathroom.
No!
Faces the bathroom door. Did he get off of that? He did.
Why? Why would you do that? Why? You know what? You know that it's evil, and you did it anyway. You saw it happen in the North American playoffs,
hey, Fabian.
and now you're doing it too.
Hey, Fabian,
what's your problem, man?
Fabian, I got some words for you, dude. We are going to be hosting and casting LAN.
Yeah, man.
Where you're going to see you in person. I'm just saying.
There
Better
will
bring
be
your
words.
squad.
There will be words had. Anyway.
No, we are getting underway with round number 2. Bomb site will be inside of that theater and bedroom. What I was expecting is inside of A, the wall that actually has the being destroyed, the wall that faces B site, faces the bathroom
right.
wall.
I dig.
Mirror window that, put a Tachanka behind there.
I can see that working.
That's because inside a theater, almost all 6 of those walls are always reinforced.
Yeah, that's theoretically possible. I mean, and then it just comes down to holding the A bomb site, and we've seen that on a lot of different maps. You know, hold one bomb site to then hold the other by proxy. But, you know, I mean, meta development. We'll see exactly what happens. It's so hard to predict anything on this map. We have no idea. Like, I mean, Sisu went into the delivery kitchen, and I didn't expect that because I didn't think that was what they considered to be the viable bomb site. Who knows, man? Who freaking knows?
Oh, I think these guys do. We've got Penari outside of Hookah stairs now. Now, one of the most common things to do here is to make sure that you're going to take over Hookah and put a Claymore down at that doorway coming out of the pink bar.
Oh, absolutely, because so many people run out from there. I mean, you even have people run out from the window in Hookah.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of options for runouts here, but it doesn't look like Penta's actually in any position to use said runouts, which is interesting to see from them, even though they're not defending this particular bomb site.
Now, Eunice is going to be holding that hard angle there onto Penari coming up those Hookah stairs, and with that, these are the cool vibe stairs we were talking about, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now,
the cool vibe
the
stairs.
cool vibe
I got that. Cool vibes.
Yes,
cool.
It's got big neon lights there. It's got to be. But now, this is your circle couch where Goga's sitting right now. This is going to lead into that hallway into the master bedroom, typically one of the majority of the spots where attackers like to push in from.
Yeah, Goga has a lot of control on those circle stairs, on those circle couch room. But it doesn't look like that the Sisu attack is actually going to be coming from there. It looks like they're setting themselves up on the south side of the building as of now and going to be pushing into the A bomb site. Now, the problem with that is that they lend themselves vulnerable to the angle of the hallway itself. If Goga decides to push out into that hallway, he will have a very advantageous peek onto these attacking players, assuming they are exposed to the hallway. And yeah, they very much are.
You can see Goga giving up the white the circle couch, moving on over into site because they know the push is coming here from A, from the south side of the map. You can see all 4 attackers are there for the remaining attackers. Boonsi picks up that kill into Pengu through the wall, and you've also got Kanto Raketti going to get Fabian from underneath. Now with that wall being opened up, it's a 4-on-3. 50 seconds left to go. Eunice trying to come around for another flank on the Kanto Raketti. He's going to see his rear end, go for the pop shots, and gets him down. Yes, he does. He finally will kill him off. He's now drawn the attention of the attackers. Shotzi's now looking for it. He's going to see him and take him down for the count. Boonsi gets Penta, as we also just had Shotzi get Eunice down to the bottom of the stairs. Boonsi will go for the final kill and take down Goga, and that is going to be round number 2, going to Sisu.
A good attack round from Sisu, but really just came down to, okay, we don't necessarily know how to attack this site, so you know what we do? Let's just all set up on the outside of the A bomb site wall and push in together as a team. Go team, go! They just they straight up stacked it. That's all they did, and it worked. It worked great.
In all honesty, that does work for that particular room due to the fact that for the most part you reinforce either side of the door, and you only have one doorway to get in.
Right.
You
so
cover the hallway.
As soon as the A guys are dead,
yeah,
it's done.
You cover the hallway, you make sure that, okay, no one's underneath you, because you had 4 members. You have 1 watching hallway, 1 watching stairs, 2 watching the single door.
Yeah,
like, it's a very...
It was a good attack. I mean, it was good.
We missed it, but he's here. Our Lord has shown his face.
Shate, you're amazing. Yo, we have been teased the Tachanka pick twice in the playoffs so far.
Third time's the charm.
And yeah, 3rd time's the charm. Shate, he managed to finally get it out there. Thank you, Shate. I appreciate that. I appreciate you.
Now, I will tell you, I will shake your hand if you play Blitz next round too, Shate.
I don't. Well, he can't hear you, unfortunately. Wait,
doesn't mean I can't speak to him.
We just saw Shate's. We saw Shate's stats there and his preferred operators. I'm surprised. Where was the Tachanka? I didn't see the Tachanka.
So what they are not doing, they aren't going to go with that mirror strat, which we were predicting.
Instead, opting to open the wall.
They are going to open the wall at that head level.
So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing.
You called it. I'd say you called it in there. You know, they can cover all 3 of the avenues into the A bomb site apart from the wall behind him. I'm assuming, yep, there are batteries on that wall. So Penari is likely to bandit trick that wall in an attempt to counter what Sisu did to, well, take this particular bomb site, which is opening up the A bomb site wall. They also had the walls open, which means they have a lot more maneuverability if they even get past the battery. So well-thought-out defense as well as a well-thought-out attack on this particular bomb site from Sisu. Kanto getting pretty aggressive onto Goga.
Yeah, Goga deciding, okay, let's head on over. He's probably going over to the kitchen door. No, he's going to go up here to that north balcony with Pengu. They are going to push in. Now, the one counter to Lord Chanka is to actually have that Monty lead into the doorway. Eunice, though, going to pick up Boonsy as he tried to be inside of that circle couch.
That was challenging onto Eunice when he's playing this behind that bush right there, that has got to be so difficult to you can probably barely even see him. Fabian gets a pick on 2, Cantor Raketi, and now it's looking pretty bad for Sisu. 5 versus 3, and there's still 2 minutes left for the attacking squad to work out any avenue into the site they could possibly want. The
Lord just needs to swipe his hand, and it will be an ace. That's it. Shate is here. He sees one. He's actually relocated a little bit closer to the wall. So with this is going to come out to smoking, it's going to come out to moving in with Monty, and then it's going to come to someone planting right behind Monty to prevent Shate from getting the kill. Now, Panari's going to go for that aggressive peek. KS will down him and finish him off. Now, are we going to see anyone try to progress? Don't try to go and flank.
Pengu's going to be planting already, and Shate's in no position to counter it.
He is not, and how he got in there.
He opened
up the wall.
Yeah,
they opened up the wall.
Yeah.
Shate will try to lay down some shots there on the Pengu. Just pop him a little bit. You know you want to. He's going to go. Pengu's going to go for this fight. Wilkie will be injured from the wall, though, and last man alive, Pengu's going to try to go one-on-one here. However, KS comes in from the red hall and takes down Shate, and that is going to be round number 3 going to Penta.
It's so sad that they directly countered the Lord. And see that's, people theorize that maybe T'Chaka could be used viably in the Pro League in certain instances, and yeah, sure, sometimes they might be right. But in an instance like this, all they had to do to counter him directly, well, yes, bring the Montaigne, but more importantly, they didn't even have to have a Montaigne in that particular attack.
Plant down.
They just open up the A wall. He can't see that, and there you go. I mean, there's nowhere you can really put that turret where you're not exposed from your flank, and you can see the entire site. And because of that, there's not a lot of viable places to use T'Chaka on that particular bomb site. But at the same time, thank you, Shate. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you did that for us. It needed to happen. Anyway, Penta, now they're going to be going to their second attempt to defend this particular bomb site. I keep saying this particular bomb site. I don't know what it's called.
This is theater and bedroom.
Theater and bedroom.
That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, no, I think that's the right way to maybe master. No, just bedroom. Just bedroom. Theater, bedroom. Got it.
It's not a master bedroom because it's the only bedroom.
Yeah, sorry. The the A bomb site is theater. The B bomb site, bedroom, and yeah, and this is seemingly, I guess, the site that both of these teams are tending to prefer. It's the third time we have seen it out of the 4 defensive rounds so far. Well, the 4 rounds so far. And the only other bomb site that we have seen in this entire map was underneath it.
Yeah, and Penta, I think...
In Delivery Kitchen.
Penta tried, Penta was the one to try that, and they did not win. Sisu overtook that attack round.
Actually, I thought it was Sisu.
Did Sisu try?
Yeah, it was Sisu on that defense in Delivery Kitchen.
Yeah, because that was Pengu that was on Monty.
And they were like peeking out aggressively with the Valkyrie. Didn't work out for him. Got some early picks. And with speaking of early picks, June is trying to get picks onto the attacking squad coming from the front spawn. From the main lobby spawn.
Eunice still here, however, I believe Shate's also waiting for a peek out, just waiting for that perfect moment. They haven't gotten the stationary cam, so he's going to pop on out of there and down Panari and finish him off. A good early kill there by Junis.
Wait, they didn't get the default cam?
They didn't get the default.
Oh, no.
I mean, this map does have some hidden default cameras that you just forget about.
Yeah, sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes, but again, this is the Pro League. You should be playing it at the Pro League level.
Ladies and gentlemen, the top 2 teams in Europe.
That is why stationary cameras are so valuable.
I know, right?
Now, Boonsy is going to be out here by that main entrance. It looks as though they want to go for that stockroom push, or the pantry push.
Boonsy is going to be caught out, though. He is picking up the diffuser, but Junis is going to know about that as the camera's still up. So it's possible we could see some more early aggression coming out from the Bandit. He's going to be playing it safe, though, because I think you can hear Cantor Raketi in the room next to him.
Boonsy spotted.
Oh, no.
You know, Shate's there. Junis is going to pop on out. Cantor Raketi's going to spot him out here, but that doesn't mean that he's done for the count. Cantor Raketi going to try to come on over. He pops on out of the kitchen and gets that shot down onto Eunice. And that is going to be the rest of Bandit. Now, a minute and a half left to go. A 4-on-4. KS is here in the back of the penthouse, a.k.a. bedroom. Mirror window will get opened up.
That was from the window. Shate destroying the Bandit batteries as well as opening up that mirror window, putting the player behind that bed in a precarious position. That is KS. He does have information on Shate, though, because the default cam is still up. And he can see clearly where Shate is right now.
Now, Cantor Raketi's going to get a second kill here, taking down Fabian. Now, the wall right next to Pengu's going to get opened up. He's got a mute jammer, though, so that's going to be good. He will not get that opened up all the way. Wilkie will take down the kills there onto Goga as KS and Pengu. He's going to down Shate and Cantor Raketi. A 2-on-3 two at the moment, 1-on-2, with Boonsi being the last man alive as Wilkie goes down by KS. You've got Mira and Mute up against the Boonsi Glads. Boonsi trying to rotate on over through pool room, moving on over to the white couch. He knows he's got to watch the hallway here, which is actually where Pengu's going to try to... Oh, actually, sorry, Pengu was behind the wall. They're here inside of the theater and the penthouse. Boonsi working his way into the couch area now, getting rid of some of that barbed wire. I don't know if that cam's been destroyed. C4 is going to go tossing out. Boonsi's going to evade it. Bullet's going to go through, and KS takes one bullet to the chest and lives to tell about it. 15 seconds remaining. Boonsi's going to have to go through the red corridor. He doesn't have time to do anything else. C4 is going to go, and it will only destroy the barbed wire. But however, we have Pengu drop-shotting to get Boonsi down for the count.
Yeah, good defense from Pengu, or sorry, from Penta, but I mean, okay, so so it was very much in the favor of Sisu. Overall, strategically, it went in the way of Sisu. They were setting themselves up well to take that round, but they forgot a default cam. The 2 kills that we didn't see that KS got were as a result of a default cam still being up. And the first kill of the round going in the favor of the Bandit and against Sisu,
that
getting the
Eunice.
Habana, that was also because of the default cam. So 3 out of 5 of those kills for Penta because of an outside default cam.
Yes! Fabian, no.
What happened? I missed it. What was happening?
He tried to go blitz. And stop
dude.
playing games with my
See,
heart.
Penta keeps teasing us, and Sisu's committing all the way. They're the only ones who commit.
Sisu, I'm flat out rooting for you.
Yeah.
I will say that publicly. I'm flat out rooting for you.
I mean, they're losing pretty hard right now. It's 3-1. It's seeming to favor. We talked about this earlier going into this map. We talked about how this particular map, even if Sisu has strats, they're not going to use it. And more importantly, it's apart from that. If neither of them have strats, and Penta obviously doesn't because Penta doesn't do strats, but if Sisu doesn't have strats, it's still going to favor Penta because... I mean, overall, it's just going to favor Penta because they know they're a team based on adaptation, a team based off not having strats, just playing off of each other, using synergy, whereas Sisu is a team that does very much incorporate strategy into their rounds. So this map overall very heavily favors Penta.
Yep, now Kantaraketti's going to go up for another spawn. Oh, no, he's going to decide better onto it. But what that spawn peak goes out and looks out to is ruins, I believe. Right outside where you see the majority of the team actually spawning. So he will go out here for a peek.
Very predictable.
He's going to go for a very aggressive peek
Yeah.
and fall to the bullets of Fabian as he's already got him lined up, ready to take down the shots.
Again, a very predictable peak, and Fabian's going to be ready for that no matter what. Apart from that, I mean, there's only the Montaigne to be shot, unfortunately.
Yep.
A nice try, though, from Kantaraketty.
Now Pengu's going to work his way. This looks like it's going to be another south stairwell take onto the theater. They did it last time. It worked out.
They took control of these white circle room and we should just call it white or circle
couch.
or
We'll just call it couch.
We can call it couch. We'll call it couch because
Couch.
that's you're adding an extra word. You don't need that.
White couch. Got it.
So they took control of couch. They opened up the wall into the B bomb site and just planted it in the corner. I mean, that's all they really need to do. Panari's going to get pre-fired from KS. That is, again, a very predictable location. Bonesy's going to get killed by KS as well from that early aggression.
And there comes the C4 from Shate, taking out KS. And now it's a 2-on-4. Wall gets opened up. This is going to be another push
Cool
from
vibes.
that south stairs. Cool vibe stairs. Wilkie's going to come on up for the flank. But again, he's going to be in that same spot that KS was able to down someone earlier. Now we do have Monty. That's Pengu getting destroyed. He's been injured, but he also took down Shate with him. Wilkie's the last one alive. However, Fabian's on the big window. He's waiting for the push to come in. Goga's going to get that pistol shot down on Shate, and Fabian has managed to get into the site. We're going to have that thermite, with the diffuser in hand. He's going to go for the plant now as Pengu has been revived. He's going to hold down the doorway. And it looks as though he's now going to go up against Wilkie. C4 going to go. Does it get him killed? No, it doesn't. And now Wilkie has no utility, no Valkyrie cams or anything to try to get rid of the Monty, and that will be Wilkie falling to Goga there for round number 5, going to Penta. We're now on match point.
Yeah, 4-1 in favor of Penta. And again, this is exactly what we expect to see. Some excitement coming out from Thermite. This is exactly what we expected to see. Because Sisu's not going to be showing their hand on this map, and Penta just, no. So no surprises really coming out in this particular round. And that last round, what we saw was the Penta, or the Sisu defense getting picked apart one player at a time, starting with the roam game, going into the site holders. And there wasn't really a whole lot of resistance that was put up, to be completely honest. And hey, because of that, I mean, it was just Penta walked into the site. They straight up walked into the site. I was trying to avoid saying it, but they walked into the site. They got the kills early on. And the continued aggression, the backup, the trade backs from their rest of their lineup. Even once Chaos got picked off from that C4, there were then trade backs coming from the rest of Penta. So it was just good teamwork coming out from Penta to win that round. This is a bomb site that we have not seen on this map yet.
This is the pool table and hookah lounge.
We're used to seeing this in ranked. I think most of you guys, when you play Coastline in ranked, you do see this one played quite a bit, but the ranked meta, not necessarily indicative of the Pro League meta. So we'll see exactly how Penta choose to work this bomb site out, but this is their actual, there's only time moving to his second bomb site. The one round that Sisu managed to win was on the bomb site on the other side of the map, which was the, theater and bedroom. So they haven't actually had time, or they haven't had an instance in which they needed to change their bomb site. So here we have Penta going to their second one. Sisu's kind of the same. The only they defended kitchen, and that's the only other one.
So here we have it, Penta. Now, one of the things that many players who play Coastline do know is that you can be inside of that little courtyard where we do see the Valkyrie.
Yeah, I feel like
the Jaeger.
I feel like it gets ignored sometimes.
It does. It's a very, honestly, an unlooked at and undroned out spot to just situate yourself inside.
It's a very powerful position. As a roamer, even as an attacker, you can drop down onto what's above this Jaeger right now without taking any fall damage, and then progress your way into the rest of the building pretty well quickly. I mean, it's a great way to get execute some rush strats.
Now, we are actually going to see for the first time that I recall in the Pro League a Jackal getting played. That's going to be Wilkie.
Oh yeah, though definitely. And he's going to
go down right away, just like when
that.
Blitz made his first appearance.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jackal's out of the game, and Junis is playing on them cool vibe stairs. You know, honestly, I feel like cool vibe suffers from the same problem that white circle couch does.
Cool stairs.
Blue stairs, because it's a blue neon.
Oh, there's that spot we were talking about inside of the courtyard. Fabian will get that shot down onto Panari.
And now it's looking pretty bad for Sisu. They have to deal with a 3 versus 5. No actual progress being made onto the bomb site itself, and it is on match point in favor of Penta.
Fabian is going to come in here to that first floor office right outside of the blue bar. Now Cantor Kenny's going to hop on in and be taken down. That's also Diffuser that's been dropped inside of the blue bar. Oh, he actually dropped it right before he hopped inside.
He played it a little bit safe. Not droning the room you're vaulting into is the one step he could have taken to have that being played a little bit, or droning it would have been slightly safer.
Yes. Now Boonty is inside of the Sunrise Bars, also known as Pink Bar, or just Pink, however you want to call it. Shotzi's going to be out on top. I think that is Ruins out there. He's working his way. Still, Fabian is...
Oh, he's not on Ruins. He's on the balcony outside of the site.
Yep, that's right. Glazier's in Ruins. But he's going to have to pick up that Diffuser. Shate, however, does take that DMR from Blackbeard and nail down Pengu. This round could go in the hands of Sisu, but they are going to have to act quickly and act very, very well.
Fabian, are you going to vault it or are you going to not? Doesn't look like he wants to right now.
Flashbang's going to go, and that's going to be a blind mirror. You're going to need to take advantage of that Shate because it will wear off. Penta's now already ready here. Shate's going to poke in, and he will be taken down.
1 HG Blackbeard to...
Oh, no, he won't! He's going to get that silenced headshot there right onto KS. Now, a 2-on-3 at the moment. However, Shate does get taken down. Boonchi's last man alive. He's looking around to the aquarium. He's inside of the middle bar, and there's going to be one more shot. He's got 2 more to go. 20 seconds to do it in. Goga's going to be inside of the box, which is inside of the A site. C4 is going to come on out. Fabian knows he's just going to stay right there inside of the hallway, waiting for that time to push in. He does have Diffuser, but he will not get it planted in time. He's going to go around here to the box right behind the half wall. Goga just waiting for the shots. There's Boonchi, turns his back to it, and it will go down, and that is Penta taking map number 1, 5-1 here on Coastline. Yeah,
and no surprises. Again, no surprises there. Undeveloped meta on this map. Not a lot for CC to work with, really. Even if they had something, they're not going to use it. Penta, on the other hand, not a strategy-based team. Just going to be playing off teamwork and synergy. Lock out that round. Now, but what was happening in the last round there, however, at the same time, was CC, they didn't drone out anything before they went in, and because of that, they got picked off by the roamers one by one, not actually even being able to challenge the gunfights from Penta, instead just getting killed from hard 90-degree angles.
Yes.
Yes.
No, so that was our first map of the evening between these two teams of Sisu and PENTA Sports. We are going to get underway with our second map, which I recall correctly is Kafe. Border is the decider map. Now, Kafe is a map that both of these teams have played a lot of this season. They're very well versed on it, but we are going to check out replays before we start talking more about Kafe. So, this map in particular, I saw a lot of things that I see in ranked, and I think that goes to show that this is not that developed as a map as we've anticipated, or as we expected, basically.
Well, no, I didn't expect anything. I totally expected what we saw today, which was an undeveloped meta on an undeveloped map, and as a result, Penta's going to take that one home. I mean, anybody could really predict that. We all know how CSU operates. We all know how Penta operates. You put 1 and 1 together, Penta's going to be taking this map, and they did, very assuredly. However, that's just one map. You know, it's the first of 3, guys. It's the first of 3, and we are going to be going.
G-Bots came back from losing the first map.
Absolutely, and we are going to be, and that was because it was the same reason. Because playing Ducks, they play well on the undeveloped map, where they can experiment with things that they want to do as an individual team that are unpredictable and unexpected. Whereas G-Bots, on the other hand, are a little bit older team. We talked about it. Their meta is old hat, developed, and based in experience. And I mean, you don't have a whole lot on Skyscraper.
You and I were talking about this earlier about Sisu and their mentality, and we both came to the conclusion that Sisu is a meta setter in the Rainbow Six Pro League community, not just in Europe, but throughout all of the Pro League and high-level competitive play.
They establish a baseline, and teams take that baseline and pivot off of it and try to manipulate it to better suit their own team. And that's what Sisu's done throughout their history. However, the problem that they've been faced with in the past is that inability to change from the baseline, to just do the same strat over and over and over again. And what we've been seeing from them in this season is incredible. It's not only are they actually getting very much more variation going into their attack strats, their defense strats, having at least 2 for each and every bomb site on each and every map, they're also, as a team, as a unit, they have a lot more punching power, bringing Kanter Ukedi, bringing Panari. They're fraggers, and that's the roles that were necessary on the Sisu lineup. So, now, we are getting into a map that has a developed meta, that has stuff that people understand, like that you can work off as strategy-wise. And Sisu is going to be playing in their element here, so will Penta be able to work around that? Now, both of these teams, again, these are the top 2 teams coming out of Europe, 100%, and they are both very, very, very skilled. However,
now,
we have been talking about the contrast between them.
I think it's worth noting here that Coastline was the first map Sisu ever lost in this season. They were 6-0. They're now 6-1.
Yeah, how did we not talk about that immediately? Yeah, no, that's incredible.
It's because they trolled us with the Tachanka and with the Blitz.
They were distracting us. They were blinding us with the light. Why Blitz? Why? But no, all the same. Sisu did lose their very first map of the season. Nobody's had a perfect season in Pro League, if I recall correctly, as of yet. I know Orbit came pretty close in Season 2. They only lost 1 map. But apart from that, I don't think anyone's had like a perfect season. However, now, Penta defending upstairs, Sisu attacking upstairs. Nothing surprising coming out from the operator selection.
Not too much.
There's an IQ
roaming downstairs.
Yeah, the Junis running downstairs. That's to be expected, though. There's an IQ coming out from Sisu, and again, kind of expected. Going to be able to clear out those cameras that don't exist.
Most of the time, you have a pulse though on the defensive squad, and you're holding the top floor.
Yeah, I'm guessing the IQ is for the pulse and for the cameras, but neither of those are happening right now for Penta. Usually both of them happen on an upstairs defense, to be completely frank.
Yep. So now we are already 1/3 of the way done the round here. Still not much action has gone on, so a lot of preparation from the attacking squad getting into position.
It's pretty normal. I mean, on a Kafe attack, the attackers, they get themselves under the roof in the first minute, and then they start working out their attack scheme.
They do. All right, and now, again, this just seems like a red stairwell take. Junis is looking at the bottom. He's here on going first or second floor.
Now, this is all up to whether or not the attacking squad are prepared for this angle to be held. Panari gets a pick onto Pengu, put it squarely in the advantage. Oh, and Kanter Ukedi onto Junis now. It's a 5 versus 3, heavily in the favor of Sisu. But as I say that, Fabian a pick back onto Shate.
So Fabian will take down Shate, and a 4-on-3 ensues. 1:20 left to go. We're going to have this wall opened up into piano, I believe, if it's not bandited.
So he's trying to hold this pixel angle, but unfortunately because of that castle barricade, he can't actually see these players coming into Cigar, and he's not calling out for his team, and he's not doing anything.
And they're all going to go in for the plan here. This is looking like a flip side plan almost. Fabian, however, will get down to the back of A, and now KS stuck in Freezer. He's got a castle wall to his side. It looks like Boonsie will take down Goga. Last minute last going to be KS. He's got 2 castle barricades that are keeping him in here. He's got 1 rotation hole. He is basically a sitting duck. Okay, that castle barricade has been opened up, but it's going to be Boonsie getting the headshot down onto him as he lays inside of the Cigar Lounge.
So a very standard attack from Sisu, and unfortunately, I can't help but feel that round might. Ooh, that was a nice shot. I can't help but feel that round might have gone a little differently if the Bandit had been privy to the fact that there were 3 people just straight up running through Cigar and maybe acted on it or called to his team, hey, they're all running through Cigar. be ready for the push-in. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. That tiny little extra inch of a coverage the castle barricade gives to the sides of the door frame meant he couldn't see the pixels.
Yep.
And now round one going to Sisu. So Sisu looking a little bit stronger on a map they understand and are much more used to. That, however, that attack strat really wasn't anything like we're used to seeing from Sisu. It was very, well, aggressive and spontaneous. Kind of just a bit of a rush coming out from them. They completely ignored the roamers. However, I say completely ignored the roamers. They didn't necessarily need to, given that the bandit was offering himself up at the bottom of the red stairs there. Pretty much just a free kill. I mean, a lot of the attack... I don't know about you guys, but when I come around when I come to that drop down, I always pre-aim that 1 pixel angle down to the bottom of the red stairs just to see if anyone's there. And that definitely did happen here. You saw Penta, they were relying on it not. It did. And that put them way back in terms of man advantage. And then they just settled on a rush in. Nothing else to be said.
Wilkie playing smoke. I feel like that's an odd combination. I don't necessarily see Wilkie playing too much smoke.
I mean, Wilkie's a very versatile player.
He is. Just like we had Zeronic earlier. Very versatile players, and that's what you need to be if you want to be playing at this high-level game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There are still pocket players who only play specific roles at the top level of Pro League, but for the most part, like a lot of these guys, they have to and do play different roles. I remember when I used to play in the Pro League, like, I would switch between a whole bunch of different roles as well. I mean, it's one of the requirements really of playing at that high level.
Agreed. And now we've got Boonty here just opening up more of the floor here and looking into reading room from there so that if he needs the drop, he can and still cover the windowsills from under. Kantaraketti's also going to be inside of the reading room. Now, Eunice going to drone that out. He just did a very shallow drone. He didn't go all the way in. So I think Eunice actually feels comfortable and might want to push in. Okay, he's just opening up the door now, and he's going to take one last final look, go on into the red carpet. Kantaraketti has the potential to run on out, but he's not going to just yet.
Junius is getting pretty aggressive on Kantaraketti here right now. Actually, no, he went all the way into the red hall. So he's going to try to establish as much control over this second floor as he possibly can. However, he will eventually have to contest with Kantaraketti. Kantaraketti playing this position in order to counter the repel-in strategy on the east windows. However, it doesn't look like that's what Penta is going for right now. KS with the first pick onto Wilkie.
Yeah, KS is still inside of the cigar lounge, or still inside of the piano room, as I think Wilkie tried to repel into the white stairs hallway, possibly?
You're mixing your teams up there. Wilkie's playing smoke.
I thought that was Jaeger for a second. I got that did mix up. So yes, he pushed in from top of red stairs, picked off the corner hold into piano. Eunice, though, getting Wilkie down. That's their smoke player. Now a 5-on-3, a minute 15 left to go. Monty's actually trying to push on inside. It looks as though Fabian will be taken down by Booncy with that SMG, or the Bearing 9. Booncy's going to hop back onto that drone. He's been told that, okay, Monty and the rest of the players are pushing into Cigar. He's going to move on over to get that in position so they can deny the plant. Shanti's going to poke himself out and actually get that shot there onto Goga. 3-on-3 now. The 2 defenders and 2 attackers have each been killed off. KS still waiting for Shate to poke out. Monty's going to move in forward. He does have the diffuser, but as he looks away, Shate will get that kill, and there's going to be 1 kill down and actually get the diffuser planted. The double knife finally goes down, and we will have Sisu take home round number 2.
Yeah, no, a good defense from Sisu. To be honest, though, it seemed like Penta had that in the bag. They were very heavily man advantage in their favor, but they just kind of stalled out going into their attack. Shate got some nice trade backs. 2 players playing the same exact position in Cigar trying to get the pick onto Shate, but unfortunately it worked against them. You know, the high rate of fire coming out from that Vector allowed him to get those headshots and just... Well, again, trade back the man advantage. And then going into the push itself, there wasn't cover on the plant, unfortunately, and that's all there is to it, really. The players adjacent to the plant got picked off, and then the planter himself, that's it. There wasn't even any smoke coming out, which is really interesting to see, a lack of smoke. Even if your glass is dead, why not put it down? Attempt to give yourself some cover. And then, more importantly, why wasn't there anyone on the skylight? You know, if we're going for a Cigar door room push into the bomb, just to plant immediately, have somebody play on the skylight to bat, because they did get the diffuser plant. They did get it. So if they had someone on the skylight, it's entirely possible they could have maintained that round in their favor. However, now it is Sisu 2-0, and Penta will be attempting an upstairs bomb site defense yet again. Last time they were unsuccessful here, obviously, given the score. And it really just came down to Sisu rushing in through Cigar and straight into the bar after having picked off 2 of the roaming players on the Penta lineup.
Now, with Penta holding up here, one of the things that a lot of teams have kind of gotten away from is actually keeping a man inside of piano. They do that effectively by keeping the mirror window on the bathroom and on the freezer looking into the piano room.
Yeah, because the thing about having a defender in piano, and we actually have seen a couple teams in this particular season attempt something like that. Put some, we saw somebody, a team select mute, and then put a whole bunch of mutes around the library to deny information, or sorry, not library, excuse me, pool table, to deny droning information so that they could play in little crevices to, try and get a nice sneaky peek onto the attacking squad. However, sometimes attackers, they completely ignore piano. It's not necessarily necessary or essential going into the attack anymore to take control of piano. It used to be the main thing, your main focus as an attacking squad, but teams are often opting to instead just push straight through. The red stairs drop, cigar, into the site, and it's as simple as that. And that is the biggest point of contention going into this particular bomb site as it stands right now in the meta. Cigar door.
Right underneath of that big double window is Eunice. He can hop out if he wants to, but he's going to opt not to. Almost was able to pick off Boonsy as he rappelled up to the top of the roof.
I wonder what his mission there is. I think it's probably just to get a line of sight through that wall, red hallway, through the drop down in Cigar, up into the players, pushing in through, you guessed it, Cigar doorway.
I mean, there's that, but you can also, from that angle, also see up skylight.
You can't see up skylight, but the only angle you could see up skylight on is if they decide to stand on the tippity top of skylight, and a lot of people don't really necessarily do that. But hey, anything's possible. It is Pro League after all. People do unpredictable things. We saw some very unpredictable things from Playing Ducks earlier today.
We did. Now Shate has moved his way into the restaurant downstairs, working it up towards the half stairs.
He's gonna drone out Junis, which is gonna open up this engagement. Pengu though gets a shotgun kill onto Kanto Raketti.
Now as Eunice is trying to funnel over into the mining room, Shate has made his way up. He's cleared out Cubby. He's now going to work his way into mining room, right on the other side of Eunice. Now seeing as how he is not, I was going to say, I thought for a second he was going to be Sledge. No, that's going to be Thatcher that he is. So he could open up the wall and work his way into the red stairs hallway. And for the time being, Shate's just going to have to cover his flank, look for a reading room push or out towards the middle hallway push. Pengu, however, will be finished off by Panari. That's going to be Castle going down. A 4-on-4 now ensues with 45 seconds left to go. Fabian's going to move back into the freezer as KS hops into the bathroom. Panari is still at the top of the red stairs. Eunice still inside of mining room. Shate's coming around the flank. He doesn't know yet that Eunice is inside of that mining room. So if Eunice wanted to, he could push up top, but Shate is going to rush around, and Eunice is going to be there to try to go for the shot. He didn't actually see him cross. So now he's going to get on into the fireplace as Shate heard the bullets coming in. So now he's waiting for the rotation to come around. Eunice not quite sure what to do just yet. Smoke grenades up top are going away. We are going to see Panari possibly going for the plant, but KS gets a shot into Wilkie as Eunice gets that shot down onto Shate. Last two alive for the attackers are going to be Panari and Boonsy. Boonsy's moving on in from Cigar as Panari gets that drop shot into Fabian. Looks as though we do have a couple bullets being flown right into Boonsy. He's going to take massive damage, but Panari getting that diffuser planted with moments to go. Goga's going to hop on top and get the hip fire headshot there and take Panari down.
Eunice got that kill.
Eunice got that kill.
Yeah.
Not Goga.
Yep. No. But that was a good defense from Penta. So the difference there between that defense and the last time they just tried to defend this round, this particular bomb site, was that last time they got two players picked off extremely early. This time they played very conservatively, passively, waited for the Sisu attack. Sisu attack came in the same exact fashion, just push your way in through Cigar. Not much variation really coming in there, and Penta were just ready. They were ready to deal with that.
Yes, they were, and I mean that's something that Penta has been very well known to do, is to adjust to the attacking pushes and being able to just say, okay, they're making this push. This wasn't what we anticipated. This wasn't what we originally saw, but we can now confirm that the push is coming from here. They have these operators left, and they're able to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really anticipate. They knew it was going to come from Cigar.
Yeah.
But they just lost too many players too early on in that first time. But no, you're right. Adaptation is Penta's strong suit. But at the same time, Sisu, again, we talked about this earlier, they are the sort of team that bring multiple different strat variations to the same exact defense, to the same exact attack, and if Sisu choose to use it in this instance, again, it's not necessarily going to happen because, they don't need to show all their cards here. But if they do choose to use those variations, we might see, a great counter to the way Penta chooses to play.
We are going to see a fireplace and mining room hold. This is the second bomb site, seeing as how Sisu won their top floor. What we typically have here, though, is going to be players up top holding down top floor. We don't have too many, at least in my recollection, there aren't too many people that roam downstairs on a
No,
dining room kitchen hold.
No, absolutely. There are definitely. I mean, no. People definitely roam downstairs. I mean, you have see those half. I call them half stairs. They're the
Yep,
ones.
the half stairs by restaurant.
Yeah, by restaurant. The lead to the lobby, or restaurant, or whatever you want to call it. Those are really good for rotations for roamers. You can also quickly get from those half stairs to the red or white stairs, so you have a lot of freedom of movement when it comes to roaming in the bottom floor. If you're an Asher, or sorry, not say Ash. If you're a Jaeger or a Bandit, it is a good position to play in. I mean, I used to play that same exact position when I went on to Kafe when I was back in the day, back in my day. But yeah, no, it's a spot people play. I mean, all the same, in this instance, you're absolutely right. We don't see any lower floor players as it stands. It seems like we're having a lot of players upstairs, most of them on the floor of the bomb site itself. Cantor getting a pick onto KS to put its man advantage into Sisu's favor. He's got eyes on Pengu, but not much is going to be happening there. I mean, it is a Montaigne.
Pengu turned his back to him, and Cantor tried to capitalize on it by downing him for about 20 health. Pengu now is going to he's stuck in the back of that cocktail lounge with diffuser in hand. Cantor going to pick up that kill into Fabian, though, and Goga's trying to skedaddle out of that piano room, working his way down the yellow stairs, white stairs.
Goga needs to get this trade back on. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out for Junis. Wilkie will be picking him off, and now it's a 2 versus 5. No trade backs coming from Penta. Fortunately, the man advantage swaying too heavily into Sisu's favor now. They're going to have to rely on this Montaigne shield to put them in the advantage. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Pengu had to take a risk on, I know there's going to be someone in reading, and I know there's going to be someone down the hall. He had to risk not looking onto... Well, there goes it's actually
not looking at the laundry?
Yeah, not looking into laundry.
Yeah.
Now there's Wilkie trying to go for the shots there, and he does get it all the way from the couch in reading room. A very nice angle to take down Penta for round number 4.
So on the note of reading room, Sisu reading into Penta's attack there and just knowing exactly where they're going to be coming from. Upstairs. Very predictable, very common. Take from the top down.
It's like there was encyclopedia in that room. He just read it as he was in the lounge.
Reading the encyclopedia on siege strategy, and he saw that, oh, look at this, look at this. They will take from the top down on Kafe 9 times out of 10, and this was one of those times. And yeah, no, Sisu were just ready for it. There wasn't a whole lot of adaptation or change that needed to be implemented on that particular round. And it'd be cool to see from Penta just like a rush strat in an instance like that. Maybe, okay, well, taking top down's not working. Well, let's just shift W in through the bottom floor. Why not, right? Who knows? Maybe Penta will do that. But now it is 3-1 in favor of Sisu on the second map of this series. The first one was Skyscraper, for those of you who weren't here. Penta did take that in a very decisive one. I believe it was 5-1 in their favor. And that was, I said Skyscraper. I don't know why. It was Coastline. It was because I was so bamboozled and surprised and still taken aback by the fact that we got to see Coastline in this Pro League.
Yep. So Penta did take that first map of Coastline. Now Sisu's looking like they're going to be making a strong force or strong push to try to win this map to go into the third map of Border.
Yeah, and we talked about this earlier. I think it really feeds into the thought process of, well, Penta didn't understand Coastline. Sisu didn't understand Coastline. Penta does understand. Well, Penta's Penta. Penta plays as Penta plays. They're very dynamic. They're not strat-based. They just kind of play off each other with player skill, right? And that works to their advantage in Coastline. Now, going on to Kafe, Sisu understands this map. And thus, they're able to implement their strategy and knowledge upon it.
Agreed. And one of the things that that we're seeing here from Sisu has been just an adjustment. An adjustment of their... We've seen some strats from some Sisu. They can't hide their strategies that they've already shown. So I think they're showing us a little bit of that and just kind of fiddling around with kind of branches off of their current strats that we've seen previously.
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, no, but Penta, they will be defending the train room. Ooh, Wilkie, nice grenade kill onto Junis. Didn't quite see where that was. Looks like...
That was from Skylight right below. Fabian, however, will take that shot down onto Shate and nailing him in the head. A 4-on-4 at the moment.
Playing that pixel angle, which is possible because there's no castle barricade on the doorway anymore.
He did see Penari come on through. Penari's going to try to challenge that again. Fabian's going to stay there for the time being. Gas is going to push him out.
That was a gas grenade coming from the train room itself, from underneath. I like that.
And actually, yeah, like you said, that is a very useful tactic. He able to throw that up, prevent an aggressive push once they drop in and they're inside of that cigar lounge.
As well as allows the Jaeger to rotate.
Now, we did have Penari working his way in towards bar. We also had Kantoraketti drop. So they're here inside of the cigar lounge still. We're going to have Boonsy try to cover this over as well. 3 members working their way top stairs. They're actually rotating out. They're saying, okay, let's go on down the stairs. We've cleared it out as much as we can. There's only 1 man on site, and so they're going to try to take Pengu on.
There's only 1 man on site, but he's a smoke, and he does have a mirror to his advantage here. And there's only 1 minute left. 4 players coming from the Sisu lineup. They're just going to shove themselves into the site here. They will pick off Pengu.
And the plant will go down by Wilkie. He's plating it right behind the mining room. However, Fabian trying to come in from the cubby. He's going to be hurt by a little bit of that team smoke. We still have our Valkyrie upstairs. Penari has gotten the diffuser down, or has with his team. He's going to get that 1 kill there on a KS as Boonsy takes down the shots onto Fabian. Last man alive is going to be the Valkyrie. He's coming around. Goga just gets annihilated from behind. Kantoraketti playing the sneaky spot up at the top of the red stairs.
Yeah, he heard him earlier, and he was ready for that Valkyrie flank coming onto the red stairs. And, I mean, that round. Okay, so let's talk about that round. Pengu, unfortunately, unable to influence it. Playing on that mirror, got smoked off before he could actually see the push coming in from the attackers. And a spontaneous 4-man push just straight into wheel room caught Pengu off guard. And that was the only anchor ready to stop the push itself. And then the retake came through, and it just was, Sisu was already established in a position to handle it. Had their guns pointing out of the site, and it was just a well thought out attack from Sisu to just kind of apply themselves into, well, the site. And this is interesting. Sisu playing different to what we're used to seeing from them. Playing to what actually they're playing like we expect to see Penta play, right? They're just kind of going. They're droning out the area that they are attempting to make their push, and they're pushing in. As simple as that. They did that on the upstairs. Worked for them once. Didn't work for them the second time. That's the one round that Penta did manage to win, was their upstairs defense. But going into their wheel room attack now, it worked fantastically. Penta was unprepared, and sure, they're going to be ready for the next time that Penta's going to be defending that site. They're not going to let that happen second time, but will they have a second time? 4-1 now, favor of Sisu. If Sisu wins this upstairs defense, well, that'll be that for PENTA eSports.
On to border.
Yeah, and we go into border. See exactly who has the advantage there. Now, border is, yes, it does have strategy, it does have a meta. There is things for Sisu to work with, but at the same time, the play style is lended in favor of PENTA on that particular map. It is a very dynamic and individual player skill-based map, I feel.
That is the case, but there's also with that map so much, I feel like, undiscovered territory.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And so, I mean, that's also going to lend itself in favor of PENTA. We'll see exactly what happens on that map, but who knows? Maybe, who knows?
Who knows? We still could be here for another 6 more rounds.
Yeah, yeah.
PENTA still has a chance to come on back. So, I mean, we are starting off with the round 6 attack phase at the moment. Fabian's still up here at the Kafe rooftop looking down through Skylight. Boonsy, who's the Echo on the defensive squad, he's over by the white stairs. Kantoraketti's going to be inside of that.
So, we haven't talked about this a whole lot in this matchup yet, but Montaigne is making a huge appearance for PENTA. I think Pengu has played him almost every round so far in this matchup.
And not with the revolver.
And not with the revolver. He's playing with the other pistol. I think the revolver did get a hipfire nerf, and that might be why. Ooh, some sneaky play coming out from Penari. I don't know that Penta's droned out that piano, and it's impossible. He's going to get a peek onto the back end of the Montaigne as he pushes into Cigar. He does have this camera to give him information. Junis getting a pick onto Kantoraketti.
Now we are going to have Penari still waiting around. KS, will he see the camera? He will, and he's going to take him down. That's going to be a call, and now Goga's got to be careful. Pengu has actually moved into the cigar lounge, going for the shots there. He's going to get nailed in the head as well. Boonsy actually picks that shot up onto Fabian as Penari gets Goga. C4 is going to go and try to get rid of Pengu, but it will not happen. Pengu's going to come around, but Penari gets that kill onto Pengu after he knights him with the shield.
Was that a 3K coming out from Penari? That was
fantastic. Was a 3K.
Fantastic round. Penari coming from behind, playing in that piano in a position where Penta did not expect it. And that, that was an example of Sisu playing similar to what we expect to see from PENTA in that unpredictable, just going.
Did you say PENTA?
PENTA. Yeah,
I thought you were trying to say Pengu and then PENTA.
I actually did. That was happening in my mind. I was confusing Pengu and PENTA, but all the same. Sisu playing what we expect to see from PENTA, going for the unpredictable route, something we don't, just random, spontaneous, hide in this corner. And it worked out for them. I don't think PENTA was expecting it.
I don't think so as well, and it's not something that you you expect. That's not something you associate with Sisu being random.
Yeah.
I mean, that spot by Penari is quote-unquote random for the Sisu player.
This is very important to note as well. Last time we saw Kafe played by Sisu, and that was last week in the previous rounds of the playoffs. They put 2 shields in the cigar room on their upstairs defense.
Yes.
They didn't do that at all. In this, they had a completely
worked out very well for them.
Yeah, they had a completely different strategy to what we saw last time they played Kafe, and that was last week. They just threw together something new. Either that, or they were just playing like, whatever, dudes, just do whatever you want. We're not going to go at it with a hard strategy this time. Just play loose, because again, doesn't really matter. You know, don't need to show your cards.
Yeah. So like we said before, this is arguably the least important match because they're already secured a spot to land.
Yeah, both of these teams.
And they don't know the seeding. They don't know who they're going up against at land. So for that aspect of it, they're like, okay, well, first or second, to most people, it doesn't matter too much.
Yeah. I mean,
who knows? But we are going to get underway with some replays here from our Kafe matchup, which again is the second match between these two teams.
Yeah, and I think the third one was what was it? Chalet? No.
Border is the final
Border. Yeah, so Border is going to be played here, and Border kind of lends itself to both of these teams in a way. But I say that, but at the same time, Sisu, the way they've been playing, it's nothing like Sisu. It's just, this isn't Sisu playing. This is them. I have to assume, I have to see, based upon the way that they're playing, it's just that they're just kind of going with the flow, just winging it. Just, hey, do whatever you want to do sort of thing. And again, it's just because they're trying to not give away any of the anything unnecessarily strategy-wise. And that makes a whole lot of sense. So going into Border, if they continue that play style of just on the fly, and here we are, by the way, getting straight into Border. If they continue with that playstyle, I can't help but feel it'll go into work in their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it will. I feel like it will go into their advantage. They will continue this style of play, and I think we'll see the victory.
And here's the thing: is also Penta though, they're a team that are known for adaptation and their own form of spontaneous play. So if they're able to figure out, okay, guys, Sisu, they played like crazy, like just maniacs last map, and by that I mean just random chaotic play. So now that we know that they're going to be doing that, going into Border, we should be ready. We should expect it and be ready for it, and maybe Penta will be able to make the necessary adaptation to be ready for it.
Yep.
So now they're going to be going into defense first here, going to defend the upstairs bomb site, Armory, and that is exactly what everyone expects to see. I mean, everybody defends Armory first. I mean, sometimes the team will choose to go ventilation first, but it's almost more often than not just to throw off the attacking squad. Not going to be the case here for Penta. They're going to go for the old tried and true, though. We'll see exactly.
Yeah. So one of the things that we're seeing here from the Mira is going to be inside a fountain. You typically will have. I've seen strats where there's a mirror on the wall facing west balcony, a mirror wall in the office facing the west box here, the west balcony. There are sometimes we see mirror windows here, which we saw, I believe, last week as well. This to me is anticipation of that east balcony or of that B site push.
The office take, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it is a good way to counter the office take, but doesn't look like Sisu are going to actually be putting themselves in a position to take that particular side of the building. They are known for their rotation, so anything could happen in the later round, but they are starting out with the CCTV, a wall take, and that's actually a really good read because most of the Penta lineup is situated around the B bomb site. There is a player, however, playing in the small office, and he does have his own mirror. Actually, 2 players playing in that small office.
That's Fabian and Eunice now.
They're going to be the players that Sisu has to pick off. Oh, Wilkie with a grenade seemingly from underneath to pick off Pengu. That wasn't either of the players in the small office, but that is still smoke off the board. A huge impact going into this round. Oh, whoa.
A wonderful shot there by Boonsy. Now they're going to smoke it out some more and try to go in for a plant, I believe. But
that shot was insanity.
It is. It was. There's no diffuser yet that they've picked up. It's still inside
still
the
in
CCTV. But it looks like Kanto Arcade is going to go for it as we have Eunice trying to go for the second kill. Goga, however, will take down Shate with a headshot. 3-on-3 at the moment with a minute 20 left to go. He's going to go for the push and will get injured and killed off by Eunice.
Eunice having huge impact on that A-wall push coming out from Sisu, managing to lock it down for his team, and that's fantastic to see. Kind of odd that we didn't see a grenade from Wilkie onto the small office to try and get rid of that position. But now, Sisu, they are going to make their, a rotation. As we said, they are very, very, very famous for their rotation. So they're going to try and push their way into office, but there is, ooh, Goga picks off Wilkie as I say that. And now it is a 1 versus 3.
This is going to be the 3-speed of the century here, trying to land the shots, and he cannot do it. Goga with another kill here at the very end of the round to finish off Panari.
So Sisu looking pretty strong in the early round there. They got 2 picks and was a 3 versus 5, but Penta just managing to lock it out with the use of that mirror window in the small office. Sisu had no answer for it. Again, odd that they did not choose to have Wilkie throw a grenade underneath that mirror and disable it so they can make the push into the site. But all the same, it is what it is. And now Penta take the first round going into border. You're going to see Sisu. They're going to be going on to Armory Lockers Archives for their first defense round. And they will bring a Mute to the mix, something we're not so used to seeing.
Yeah, Mute we've seen... I think we saw it during the G-Bots and playing Ducks game. We saw that on Skyscraper a little bit. We saw that on Coastline here.
Right.
But like you said, Mute's one of those operators that has a very specific purpose. But I feel the fact that Mira has come so much into the meta, so much into play, that it has helped Mute make more of an appearance than usual.
No, I agree with that assessment. But at the same time, you know, it's like, why are you bringing Mute when you could just bring a Bandit? You know, I mean, I guess it must be just for the drone coverage, and I understand that. But at the same time, you know, I guess it's just preference, really. It is interesting to see, though, that they are choosing to bring that Mute. They are looking like they're going to be setting up a pulse for around CCTV area. Their mirrors are a little bit more aggressive, actually being put onto the A wall itself instead of in the small office, as well as one in even on the flip side, one a little bit less aggressive in the B-bomb site. What is that reinforcement for, I wonder?
Which one?
The one that Pulse just put onto the, yeah, right there.
That one.
Oh, I'm guessing so that you can't get shot from the window?
Possibly. I would say that that's actually used so that they can create an angle without it having their full body exposed. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, we'll see what happens going into this round. They have set up a rotation hole from CCTV into the hallway, and they are playing the Mute and the Pulse in that CCTV. That makes a lot of sense why they're bringing the Mute now. Having Mute charges in the CCTV room is very useful in holding it. But we are seeing Penta setting themselves up for the opposite take that we saw from Sisu, which is an office to be bomb site take. They do have that, again, that Montaigne, which they have been bringing very consistently.
Pengu is going to have to be very careful, though, of Boonty above. I don't know if he sees it. He's got to see him. He's already started shooting up there.
Yeah, meanwhile, Buck has picked off Cantor Aketi or somewhere else on the map and put the man advantage, it looks like it was on the Roamer game, put the man advantage in the favor of the attacking squad. They are establishing dominance underneath the B bomb site, which is going to give them a lot of leeway as they push in to the B bomb site.
Now, KS has his skeleton key in hand, trying to open up the floor beneath Boonty. Boonty's going to whip out that SMG-11, but Panari with that MP5 will take down Eunice. Fabian, however, will drop and kill off Shate. Goga's still trying to work his way in behind Pengu, but the gas grenades are going to hold him off. Meanwhile, outside on the window, it will be Fabian. This has got Glaz play. The gas grenade is actually thrown too far out. Fabian can stay up on that window, but decides not to. There is Boonty. He's going to go for the kill, and he actually downs him. He will be killed off, though, by Goga, throwing himself around Pengu. Now, Wilkie is going to be there with the heartbeat sensor inside a locker. We're going to see Goga fall, as well as Fabian, trying to pick him up here with 1:10 left to go. You've got Pengu. He's the only man on site. He also has the diffuser. So if Pengu cannot survive this from Wilkie and Panari until his teammates get up, this could just go into the hands of Sisu. 55 seconds to go. Panari here and still looking underneath. They know that he's going to be planting here momentarily. Gas grenades are going out. Shots are going flying. Wilkie's going to get that C4 kill, but then be traded out by Wilkie, or by Fabian. You've got Goga here. He's working his way, and he's going to go for another replant as Fabian still holding onto that window. That's like a quad kill for him this round.
Yeah, great round from Fabian and a good take from Penta. Very standard. Nothing unexpected there. So the main counter to a take like that is to have C4 underneath, and Buck took care of that early into the round. I mean, it wasn't a C4, it was a Jaeger, but all the same, he took control of the bottom of that bomb site, allowing his team to then push in without much resistance at all. There was the smoke, but that was swiftly dealt with. After that, keep maintaining the glass on that balcony outside the B window, allowed them to have convenient or consistent coverage to get that diffuser plant, even after the Montaigne got C4. Now we're looking at 2-0 in favor of Penta. Penta seeming to have a better grip on this particular map so far, looking like. They will be defending ventilation now. This is their second bomb site they have defended. The first one being Armory, of course. They did win that, so We'll see how they manage to set themselves up on ventilation. Now, a lot of teams, what they'll try to do here is they will have 3 or even sometimes 4 players defending above the ventilation bomb site, as if it is Armory. So pretty much defend it like Armory and then look down. And it looks like that is what Penta is setting themselves up to do, having those mirror windows upstairs, reinforcing the upstairs walls heavily. They already, I mean, they have 4 people up here right now. Guessing that second mirror is going to go in the small office yet again, which is, yeah, that's indicative of how they're going to be defending this. Now, the question then becomes, will Sisu attempt to challenge these roamers, as there's a lot of utility being used upstairs as well, or will they simply waltz into the B bomb site because they know that Penta have invested heavily upstairs? See exactly how they choose to handle this.
Now we are going to see a push here from the west and south side of the valley and west parking lots from Sisu, which is the 2 main spawns. You don't see too many people spawning the east side unless they're going for a push on the archives, but the bomb site's downstairs. So we are going to see the ventilation here by KS. He's going to hold on to it, but Shate's the one I want to pay attention to for the moment, because right now he's basically just trying to hold a flank here for Boonsy, who is now looking down through the main corridor into servers. You've got Kanter Arcadi, who's up on the west balcony trying to fight Eunice and Goga up here. Pengu's also by the half wall. They're going to try to open it all up, but Pengu, instead of destroying that, he's going to move over into that office, and the wall will get opened up. Now the top of Eunice's head will be seen and will be taken off by Kanter Arcadi. Looks as though Pengu going to go out for a little shot there and miss the bullets onto Kanter Arcadi. As we got Pengu here. He's just going to toss that one gas grenade, try to hold down the push as Panari works his way up those west stairs, the back stairs leading into the locker room. Got Kanter Arcadi, who just jumped out of the CCTV room. Goga actually migrated over into the offices. 3 players on site, as Pengu has actually dropped in through the hatch. He's on top of the locker, top of the servers now. Panari, though, taking down Fabian. A 5-on-3 at the moment, 1:30 left to go. Wilkie's going to hop on into sight. More smoke's coming down. Shate actually gets injured. Looks like it might have been intentional. Boonsy actually gets a team kill as he tries to take down Pengu. Now, KS did finish off Wilkie. 2-on-3 at the moment. Goga's trying to come around for the flank, and right now he was able to get around without being detected. He's waiting for some information from his team. However, it looks like Hibana's going to look up on through, and Kanter Arcadi will take down Goga as Van Makritz gets banned by Battle Eye.
Yeah, peace out, bruh. Nice try, man. Maybe pay a little bit more next time. All right, no, I'm just playing. But for real, though, that was the first round on the board for Sisu. 2-1 now. Still in favor of Penta, but a very, a concise win for Sisu. We'll say that, and a decisive win at that. They took, so I was like, okay, are they going to push their way in through the front door? Are they going to challenge the roamers? They did both. They took control of the upstairs, and then they pushed their way in through the front door. They did everything they needed to, and they weren't challenged very hard from Penta. Now, unfortunately, they did have did have a bandit playing in the small office upstairs. He was in position to counter the Hibana charges coming onto the mirror window. Unfortunately, he did not have one there preemptively, and because of that, Hibana managed to open up that mirror window, which allowed her to then proceed, just kind of pick apart all of the roamers who were playing upstairs. And then yeah, they had freedom to progress into the site. There wasn't much to be said about that round apart from that. It really just came down to the challenge on the small office and thus upstairs. Now we're going to be seeing Sisu, as they did fail their first attempt of this upstairs defense, going there for a second time. Now the last time what happened here, Penta pushed their way in through the B balcony and established dominance on the B window. Didn't even need to push in through office, and they just kind of neatly planted in the northeast corner of that B bomb site. Not much, there was a lot of challenging going on, but all the same, there wasn't enough utility coming out from the Sisu side.
So there are 4 drones from Penta on that west balcony inside a CCTV room. Where do you think that push is coming from?
Now, I'm going to go ahead and guess that they're going to be coming from the southwest side, and they're going to be pushing themselves into the CCTV room. But who knows? I'm not a psychic. Their drones can't possibly be indicative of exactly their plans and what they're trying to do.
No, but Wilkie is going to be here inside of that CCTV room. Just looking out, hey, people are going to be around. Where are they going to be?
They also have Panari.
They do.
But they do also equally have mutes and a rotation hole out into the hallway. So the question is, are they going to get caught in the crossfire of the attacking squad, or are they going to be able to get those picks onto, well, those attackers? There is Pengu, who can, going into this round, lend a lot of pushing force onto these guys in CCTV, force them into positions where they really do not want to get caught into those crossfires.
Now, Wilkie, as you saw, did try to pre-fire the shots onto Pengu, but Pengu knows his positioning. He knows that he can't be shot through there. It's just a thick barricade. He is, however, going to try to toss out this C4.
Nah.
Might land over and get KS, but no. Junis actually pops on in. He's going to go for those shots there onto Wilkie. However, it's not going to work out for him. Pengu, well, was that Pengu? No, that was not. I thought Pengu was the Thermite. No, Pengu was the Monty, who did just get taken out after Wilkie had been downed out for the count. Junis, however, is going to go up against Panari in a one-on-one here between the break room and the CCTV room. A little bit of shots coming on through. Panari now has smoke grenades inside of his face. Cantor Arcady will be taken down by Junis, flicking on over to the hallway. He's still good for Panari, but it looks like KS steals that shot, and now it's a 4-on-2. KS probably stands for kill steal. I don't know. That's just what I'm assuming here. But again, there's only 2 members left here on the defensive squad, Shate and Boonty. Shate still looking around, trying to hold down the west balcony push. He's going to toss out one C4 and not do any damage. KS still on the outside waiting for this peek from Shate. It's going to be there, and he actually gets that upper hand kill, but KS got the return. That was a trade. A 3-on-1 at the moment as Boonty here is the final man to stay alive, and Goga has something to say about that.
And now the 3rd round on the board for Penta, 3 versus 1. Definitely in the advantage of Penta right this minute. Some interesting plays coming out from Sisu, but for the most part, honestly, just too aggressive. Trying to maintain control over that CCTV room. Unfortunately, did not work in their favor. They did get a couple trades back, but at the same time, they lost too many people, too much utility, attempting to hold CCTV, and in the end, not enough anchors on the site. And then, also, to elaborate on that, the anchors on the site, the last 2 guys, I mean, you saw Kanto Raketti, he came off the site to try and help his friends at CCTV, and that was too, again, that's leading into too aggressive. But then the last 2 anchors on the site, they waltzed at one of them in the Mira, waltzed out the door, got herself killed. She did get a trade, so fair, albeit fair to her, sure, she got a trade. But at the same time, and then there was the smoke, the last player overall then peeks out of the breached wall onto a Thermite waiting for him to peek. I mean, just kind of unnecessary aggression coming from Sisu. And Penta's just ready to receive it. Like, yes, please, peek onto us. You are the defending squad. We will take our kills. Now, again, though, it is Penta heavily in the favor here. They will be defending upstairs in the armory yet again. And again, this is the bomb site that everybody really prefers to hold. So, if they manage to lock this out, it will be putting them onto map and series points on border.
Yeah, that is definitely true. As this is, like you said, the third and final map. Winner takes 1st seed at LAN, 2nd seed at LAN for the loser. Yeah, but still both at LAN.
Yeah, both of these teams are probably like chilling out about this, to be real. But with you guys, like I don't imagine like Sisu. They're the sort of team that doesn't necessarily rely on having tricks up their sleeves. They displayed that in Kafe. In Kafe, they just played like random and aggressive and rushed in as a unit, and it worked great for them. But on a map like Border, they might have a whole bunch of like special angles and certain ways to hold this or that site that they're not going to be showing us here today, as it is not the most important matchup of the century. So Sisu, being the team that they are, utilizing those types of plays, they are going to be kind of a disadvantage now that they're, well, not utilizing those types of plays.
Now we are going to see Sisu, though, out on top of the west balcony, working their way in towards that A site. You can see Shate and everyone else funneling in over there.
Looks like they're going to...
opened up. There are the Hibana charges. Smoke grenade's going to go out, and we are going to see a little close-up on Kanto Raketti being close right next to the reinforced wall. He's going to try to fight Fabian here in a 1-for-1. Boonty, though, has a little advantage. He's going to go for the shots, but will not see him just yet. Pengu, however, takes down the head of Wilkie.
That was underneath. Nice little angle coming out from Pengu. At the same time, Fabian picking up a player in Kanto Raketti. So now already 5 versus 3 in favor of Penta.
This is looking like it's going to be a good defensive round here for Penta, as long as they don't get over-aggressive.
See, the thing is that they haven't been getting over-aggressive going into these rounds, and they still have that mirror to protect them in this small office. This has been the downfall of a lot of Sisu attacks so far into this armory, well, site. And they haven't been able to deal with it right now, as of yet. When they were attacking the downstairs, and there was, ooh, Shate with a nice kill onto Fabian, but Junis trading it back.
We do have Panari here inside of that main hallway, right under the camera. C4 is going to come flying out, but not do any damage. Eunice going to go for a peek here on Panari, though, as wallbangs start coming from KS. Barely missing Panari, however, Eunice did pick up that shot onto Boonty. 4-on-1. Last man alive is going to be Panari underneath inside of the servers. He's going to come up the west stairs. Actually, he's going to pick up that diffuser first.
So
thinking that he might be able to go in for a plant against 4 Pro League players.
Maybe, yeah, it's possible. I mean, we see Flipside do it all the time.
We do. However, Penari is going to work his way up the west stairwells. KS hears him. He's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to just pre-fire the wall, trying to get a little bit more information.
Don't open
but
it.
This round
you
is
don't need it
going
open.
to Penta.
Don't give away your position. You don't need it open.
He's going to do it. He's going to open it. He's open the window. He's doing it right there.
Uh-oh.
Pop it. Pop it.
It's not necessary.
He did it! He did it! Case is going to go for the pre-fire here in 3, 2, 1, and it misses. However, Ash will get taken down by Eunice coming around from the lockers.
So he gave his position away, unfortunately. It was too tempting. Had to shoot the mirror. Understand that, man. You know what? Honestly, I would have too. To be completely frank, it's not going to influence the round at all, but I totally would have too.
That's like shooting an ADS when you have no utility left and you're the last one alive.
Right, and it's like you're not going to throw a grenade, dude, but at the same time, it's so tempting. It's like, ooh,
called?
shiny thing.
It's called a point hog.
He wants to be on the top of the scoreboard. All right. All the same, though, 4-1 now. Penta match point, and they will be going on to attack. Sisu's going to be going down into the ventilation workshop defense, and it's an interesting decision to be making here. Sisu going downstairs instead of upstairs. I don't believe they won their upstairs defense, so they could go anywhere they want to. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that round they won was way earlier in the match.
Correct. They can go. They actually have not won a defensive site yet.
Yeah, so
they've won an attack.
They can go wherever the heck they please, but they are choosing to go down to ventilation. I wonder if that's to try and mix up the Penta attack, but I
think it's wise. I mean, that they lost 2 up top. Try something different. We saw playing Ducks, I think it was, or another team try constantly. We're going to do the same bomb site, same bomb site, same bomb site, and it didn't work out for them.
Absolutely. It is probably the right call here from Sisu to go downstairs. We are seeing again, you know, it's interesting. We haven't talked a whole lot about this. We talked about it earlier, we just remarked on it earlier, but Penta, they bring Montaigne to every single attack round, like religiously. They bring Montaigne, and it's working out really well for them so far in this particular matchup. It's kind of, but it's just odd. It's odd. I mean, the Montaigne meta kind of got a little bit of a hit when the glass was introduced.
They've taken it to the extreme.
Yeah.
They've just said, okay, Montaigne meta, you just mean Montaigne main.
Because even before Glaz was buffed to where he is right now, the Montaigne meta, yes, it was very much a lot of teams are bringing him, but it wasn't like every single round for the most part.
Yeah.
And now Penta, they really like their Montaigne. And it's working great for them. However, so Penta, they are taken to the south side of this building. Sisu has set up a lot of their defensive strategy around the upstairs, similar to what we were seeing from Penta earlier on this same exact bomb site, investing heavily in that roamer game. And Penta are going to try and avoid that by, instead of challenging them directly, just kind of clearing out the roamers on the first floor and pushing their way into the site. And I think it's going to work out for them. There's only two people, I believe, from Sisu right now on the site itself. Two. Chate and Cantor-Ketty, that's it.
Yeah, and you do have KS, though. He's opened up the majority of the wall. He's going to toss out a grenade, I think, towards Cantor-Ketty. Boonsi, however, does have the floor opened above him, so all he's got to do is just peek on down through. However, Boonsi will pick up that shot into KS as Shate gets Goga. Now, Fabian did come around here. He's inside of that middle site. Still trying to go for the shots on Cantor-Ketty, but Fabian and Eunice will take down Boonsi and Shate in return, and Penari gets that final kill there onto Fabian, a 2-on-2, as Eunice gets yet another kill here. He's going to get a third kill there, getting Cantor-Ketty down. Wilkie, however, will finally trade down the shots there. Pengu against Wilkie, and Diffuser will not get planted, but he still lives to try to plant another day. Now, minute 15 to go. This is going to be a little dance, and honestly, no C4. This is right now in favor of Pengu.
Wilkie has...
Oh no, he's going to unshield himself and try to go for that aggressive peek, and Wilkie just says, nope, and he gets the kill down on 2. I mean, that's going to be Penta, unfortunately, not able to secure that round just yet. We are going to see Sisu getting it.
That was a fantastic shot coming from Wilkie. That was a pre-fire at that.
That's the story of my life in ranked.
A great shot from Wilkie to lock out that round, put it into Sisu's favor. So what happened there is Penta, they tried to avoid the roamers upstairs, but unfortunately, because Sisu was extended over onto CCTV, as they always have been, going into each and every one of these defensive rounds, they then had top-down advantage on the attacking Penta lineup. And even though Penta, they kept trading it back, unfortunately, the last player alive was a Montaigne. And you say it's in favor of I mean, I honestly feel like it's in favor of the Pulse there, because he's just 3-speed, and all he has to do is control the engagement in the right way, and Wilkie did just that. I mean, just run away from the Montaigne until he tries to plant, and then engage, and then run away, and engage.
I was just playing that in my head. I was like, okay, you don't want to let Pulse go upstairs because he's got that vertical advantage. But at the same time, you're a shield. The shield goes on your back. You can type yourself or put yourself in a corner.
You know,
you could get the plant down on that.
You're actually right. I feel like, I mean, yeah, if he had tried to instead of just trying to chase the Pulse with the ADS, if he had tried to just plant, he could have probably locked out the round.
I mean, any other operator, I would have said no. Pulse being upstairs,
yeah,
he
chase
wins.
chase him.
But
yeah.
the shield, he didn't have to.
Theoretically could have gone in his way, but all the same, it is now Sisu 2-4. They are trying to start their comeback here, but they're going to have to challenge a Penta upstairs defense. And they did win this, I believe, or actually,
we
I
say
said upstairs defense.
They're upstairs,
yeah, they're going to be in the ventilation, actually. I actually misread that whole situation. I was looking at the right screen. However, they are going to be defending it primarily from the upstairs, as we have seen them do that in the past. They are putting those mirror windows, a lot of utility invested up into the armory itself. Tend to defend it as if it is an armory. So Sisu opening up the front door, trying to get
that
down.
Shouldn't happen with an IQ. You should know where your ADSs are.
You know, that's a good point. To be honest,
Come on,
that's a good point.
You may have won our hearts by playing Tachanka, but
yeah. Nari going to be pushing his way into CCTV, trying to establish dominance on, well, the upstairs. They're going to have 3 defenders to contend with if he tries to push into Armory. Now, last time, Sisu, they managed to pick each and every one of these, well, defenders upstairs apart, and then they pushed in to kill the anchors later on. We'll see this time if the defenders have it. Oh, wow.
Ooh, a double kill coming out. Another double kill. Looks like Pengu going to get Bootsy and Wilkie down as units out of nowhere against Kanto Raketti and Shate. Nari will take down Fabian, but that will be the end of the round. And right there, Penta, in the split of half a second, just annihilated Sisu, and that is going to be GG.
So we didn't quite see it. Unfortunately, we weren't watching it. But what happened there, ladies and gentlemen, is Sisu saw, well, okay, last time they had 3 people upstairs, so we should just probably rush into site. And they tried to go for that rush. And, you know, it can work. It is actually a good read to go for that. But unfortunately for them, the 2 anchors on the site itself were ready. In fact, actually, I think 2 of those kills came from a hole upstairs looking into the front door. And because of that, because of the lack of control upstairs and the readiness of Penta for that front door rush, Sisu lose their hopes and dreams of being first seed, and now they're second seed.
Yeah, no, so, but